What's good? GeoFuck Slight Perspectives, and I'm back on it. Still talking about black women, black mothers. Now, I made a video back in September where I literally discussed a piece. Even though it was like 15, 16 minutes, that was just a piece. A piece. I broke you off a piece of a Kit Kat of my experience dealing with my grandmother and mother. And more specifically, dealing with my grandmother, because ultimately, my grandmother raised me with my papa. So most of my upbringing was with my grandmother, and my papa. And I just had a situation. I just got back from Detroit, and my mom was at the house, and we talked for a minute in the carport. But even my mom don't even want to deal with my grandmother, which is her mother, because we all know how my grandmother is, okay? And this goes back to what I said in the video that I made back in September. Oftentimes in the black community, it's always, white people, white supremacy, racism, the black man, the nigga ain't shit, da-da-da-da-da, deadbeat, da-da-da-da-da. But nobody ever talks about black women and black mothers and mother figures, aunts and aunties and grandmothers, sisters, who are just as toxic, just as problematic, just as narcissistic, just as out of control, as all of the other people, i.e. the black man and white people and racism. Black women play a major role in the demise of the black community, okay? They are not damsels in distress. They are not, I feel like, again, stop putting them on pedestals, because when you put them on pedestals, we'll sit up here and basically justify this shitty, trashy treatment that a lot of us have to deal with when it comes to these black women. Now, granted, are all black women like this? No. Are all black mothers or mother figures horrible? No. That is not everybody's case. That is not everybody's story. I am not trying to generalize or make it seem like all black mothers are toxic, because that's not the case. I know there are good black mothers out here. I was just over my friend's house seeing his mother and the way his mother is with him and his siblings. Like, she loves them and supports them. She speaks to them correctly with respect and love. And I'm gonna be honest, when I go and I see people who have, respectful, functioning relationships, with their loved ones, it's nice to see, but there's a tinge of jealousy that I get, because I wish I had that type of relationship with my mother. I wish I had that type of relationship with my grandmother. Instead, my grandmother has wreaked havoc on the entire family. I'm just gonna call her for what it is. And don't get me wrong, she's been through a lot. She's been through a lot of abuse and toxic shit too. But just because you've been through toxic shit doesn't mean you get to unload toxic shit on other people. And I think a lot of people don't understand that. You know what I mean? Just because you've been through something doesn't mean you get to treat everybody else like shit. Okay? And I just, this is like part 2. It's a smaller piece, but I'm going to do a more in-depth piece where I sit down and explain what I'm talking about. Like, this, you cussing people out, you name calling, you belittling. What kind of mother are you? That is not a mother. What kind of person are you? That's a horrible ass person. And a lot of us sit up and justify black women talking to their children any old damn way. You always ridiculing, and then you wonder why so many of us lack self-esteem, lack confidence, because it's because of you. Okay, you hate your life, so now you got to make everybody else's life miserable. And that's because misery loves company. Part 3 coming up.